This is part 2 of my time with comics artist and writer Daniel Warren Johnson. If you haven't seen my interview with Daniel where we get into Transformers, The Moon is Following Us, and just about everything else he's made, click that card up top or the link below. Now, let's go comic shopping. All right, so Daniel, we are at Challengers Comics and Conversation, one of your favorite shops, and I thought you could show me around, show me some of your influences, some of the favorite stuff that you've read, and we could just kind of do loosey-goosey, just, give me the tour. You ready? All right. Nausicaa, specifically. Okay. Why this one?
I'm not even going to say anything.
Okay.
I'm just going to touch it. Zoom in on this, please. That'll change your life. Next. Let's keep moving on. I don't even want to talk about it. That's the number one thing in the shop.
Okay.
Hands down. I guess we'll start in the manga section, right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so we obviously have Nausicaa. Probably second in my love of manga, of titles, is definitely Berserk. The work ethic and the kind of vibe behind Berserk is so intense and so... I mean, the guy did die. I think he basically worked himself to death, so I don't want to do that.
Do you think your love of manga, which is often written and drawn by the same person, do you think that influences how you approach writing and drawing a title?
I think so, because everything is so visual. You know, there's not a lot said, especially when establishing a shot. There's one book, I don't think they have it here, it's called Cross Game. It's a baseball manga, and it's so beautiful, and the pacing is really amazing. It's one of the best things about that book, where when a character takes a bus to a baseball summer camp, just the transition of them going from one place to another is so incredible, and it's done with so much beautiful intentionality that you don't really see in American comics. Partly because there's not enough room, in a 20-page comic book issue, there's just not enough real estate
right
on the page. It's kind of two different vibes, and I wouldn't say it's this is worse, the American style is worse. It's just a little more truncated, and I'm trying to kind of bring over that vibe from manga and that kind of the timing and the taking our time with moving from place to place and establishing setting that, and I don't know, yeah. Sorry, I'm really good at saying a really deep thing and then it all goes to one of the reasons I like this book so much is that it's only 8 volumes.
Love that.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. Again, timing, intentionality with the storytelling. I love the cartooning of the faces and the emotions that are put into each face. So there's some really cool science fiction elements and stuff, but it's ultimately a story that really involves a lot of human emotion, and I'm really into that, and it's done really well. Ooh, Spriggan. This is total 80s, 90s manga with really amazing tech, fantastic illustrations. It's so awesome. Total 80s action movie vibes. Yeah, oh, heck yeah.
Love a robotic arm.
Look at that, that headgear too, with the exposed hair.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nice head sock.
So I love Matsumoto, Taiyo Matsumoto. This is Tokyo These Days. It's about a manga editor that's retired. And he blows his retirement savings on trying to do one last hurrah of manga that really matters. And it's really special. And I don't want to give too much away. It's kind of a slice of life kind of thing about manga artists and manga editors. And he goes to all these old, maybe burned out or aged out manga artists that are doing regular 9-to-5 jobs, or they have families. And so there's this lady, she works some, dead-end job, has a family, doing her best to make it through, and he approaches her to try and do manga again. And she grabs all of her art supplies and she starts daydreaming about her story during her job. And it's some of the most, it's transcendent. This is one of my favorite books I've read all year. Okay, you can see here we still have some copies of Do a Powerbomb, issue 1, the Challengers exclusive. Bada boom. Paloma Star, Colt Cabana, Christopher Daniels, all agreed to be drawn on the cover by me. Some self-hype. Not bad. Look at this. Look how well I drew him lying down. Let me tell you, drawing characters lying down is no easy feat. Maybe we go to the, should we go to
I was going to say, this is all new stuff. So
yeah, it's newer. I did a cover for this Rebel Moon comic, but yes, here it is.
There we go.
It is funny though that whoever did the design didn't have the bleed go to the edge. I'm not sure why. That's not my fault. I definitely. It's kind of a nice.
Little effect.
Sure.
You get one. Yeah.
It's cool.
Good choice.
Right here.
Very good choice.
This young man, one of my favorite artists in the entirety of comic bookdom.
I saw you had his Pacific Rim piece in your house, right?
Yes, that's an original. He is an incredible, incredible, incredible artist. Step by Bloody Step, it was one of my favorite books from last year. James Herron. I wouldn't be making comics without James Herron. This guy is incredible. A beautiful artist, and now taking a swing at writing and drawing his own stuff. When I was teaching middle school art, I was reading James Herron stuff and being like, this guy is so awesome, I want to do this. Ooh, Jeff Smith. Wouldn't be here without Jeff Smith. Another writer-artist. I've read Rassel and I've read Bone, both amazing stuff. Have you read Bone?
I've not. It's on my list.
Bone is really good. If you can find it in black and white, I recommend reading it in black and white.
Interesting. Okay.
Because that's how I experienced it, and the color, well, I'm biased, but the color is jarring to me.
Okay.
And it's also amazing, like he made the whole book thinking that it wouldn't necessarily be colored.
Yeah.
So to see it in black and white where he's so good at like distilling shapes and
Right.
foreground, background, just with black and white.
And that's kind of the point of it, yeah.
Oh, it's amazing. Got some of my books out today, which is pretty cool. Oh, here we go. They're reprinting Deadpool?
Finally, new people are about to find out who this guy is.
This Deadpool comic was very formative for me.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Look at this, it's insane. Oh, look at, it's so wonderful, that whole thing. With the cigarettes falling. Back when like graphic novels were still, or like collected trade paperbacks were still pretty new, they had a collected version of this story. And I had never seen Ed McGuinness' stuff before, and I thought it was so chunky and so satisfying. I really loved it. Oh, so fun to look at. And my dad was like, what is this?
Who's the artist on that?
This is Ed McGuinness.
McGuinness, okay, I was gonna...
And Joe Kelly. At least I don't need to tie a pork chop around my neck to get a dog to play with me, Quasimodo. Space Mullet's out today.
I was gonna say, is this the first, like, print version of it?
So it came out with Dark Horse in 2016.
Okay.
It did not sell very well because it was like a $20 trade paperback or whatever that nobody knew about, and I really was not published anywhere except for Ghost Fleet. I look back on this with like a deep fondness, but also like I know I'm not blushing right now, but inside I am, because it's like I wrote a little forward here. Well, there's a little forward about how self-conscious I am about releasing this, because this was back in 2016. And it's like this whole little forward that I wrote, like trying to explain my trepidation of releasing a book that was so old. And then I wrote a few months ago, I wrote this forward all the way back in 2016 when Space Mullet was first published. It still rings true today, so here you go. They didn't change it at all, because it just like is still true. So, which I'm actually kind of happy about. Sometimes you write things and you're like, what was I thinking? But that's like, oh, that totally works.
Nice to meet you.
Have a good rest of your day. I think there's a new Transformers issue out today.
I believe so.
Yes. Happy vibes.
No, nothing bad could ever
happen in these books.
Nothing's gonna go wrong.
I'm so happy. I was doing a little bit of that like cloud stuff that I was still trying to figure
like
out
the
how to
airbrushing and
do.
stuff?
Yeah. And it just totally didn't work here.
Okay, that's might be maybe being a little down on yourself.
Yeah,
I think it looks
baby
great.
steps.
Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to put down my own work. I'm just like conscious of where I fail and when I succeed.
The kind of person where like people are like, oh, I love this, and you'll be like, well, while I was making it, here's every little thing that went wrong that I noticed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll work on
I got
it.
you.
Oh, so this is probably my favorite, like 4 pages in a row in the whole comic of Transformers and of like this arc where Jorge's drawing. It's Beachcomber getting tossed from the arc, and there's no dialogue really except for like, enjoy your time traveling the stars. Yeah. And Jorge does a wonderful job just showing Beachcomber falling in love with the planet Earth from his being stuck on the moon. And I actually drew Jorge a little thumbnail of what I was kind of thinking to help imply that time is passing. And he followed it like it totally works. I actually bought this original page And it's just so well done, and it's very, I don't know.
Gorgeous colors too.
Mike is killing it. He's so good at it. He's so good at his job. I don't know, I feel like this Transformers book is like kind of everybody operating on their peak level.
Yeah.
Like max power. The feeder. We can talk about this because it'll be coming out later, but yeah, like I called it in the script, it was called the murder vacuum. Yeah. High art right here. Oh, and a preview of the issue 11 cover that I did. This is one of my favorite covers I've ever drawn. I just got Optimus's head just right. Sometimes you just gotta take those wins. Yes, just get really excited. It's like, I did it. It feels really good. Ryan Stegman, killing it once again. I love he has a bendy quality to things. Things kind of like have like this almost fisheye kind of vibe to the way he draws his figures. It's really fun because I got to see all of these pages in progress. I have like a little Discord group with a few other artists, and Ryan's in there, and we kind of give each other pointers, and every once in a while we'll be like, that person's head is way too big. And they're like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't see that. So, or like trying to figure out the best composition before we even like attack like the pencils or what have you. We got Precious Metal issue 2 here. Definitely buying this. Look how thick this is. I got to see the original art of this. Holy S. This is good stuff.
Who's the artist on that?
This is Ian Bertram. Man, this Batman cover is so amazing. Yeah, this cover. I'm buying this. Kaya.
Wes Craig.
Yeah, he's an amazing storyteller. And it's awesome to see him flex his storytelling muscles. Writer artist. They're multiplying. Like, look at that silhouette. Oh, it's so beautiful. What an incredible artist. Whew. What are they putting in the water in Canada? I don't know.
Daniel, thank you so much for showing us around Challengers. Got some good books here. Got Pluto, Kaya by Wes Craig, and of course, the new printing of Space Mullet. Very excited for this one. You bought some stuff too?
I did buy some stuff. I bought
some wrestling, some single issues.
Total Suplex of the Heart wrestling book. Had to. Get Fury issue 3. A reprint of Deadpool. My buddy Stegman's new X-Men. The cover was too good to pass up. Look at this cover. Can we zoom in on it? Zoom in on this? Hell yeah, bro. Sorry, can I say hell on
say
PBS?
Hell exists in PBS.
Sanford's Doom book, I believe it's a reprint. Don't care, love it. Precious Metal. We got Dawn Runner by Ram V, and I actually did a cover for Napalm Lullaby. They sent me a comp, and then I lost it. So I'm buying a new copy. And we got a Fight Island in the shrink wrap. Cannot wait. I've been wanting to read this for like at least a year.
The shrink wrap means it's all ages. Well, cool. Well, thank you for showing us around. This has been great. All right, thanks, Dan. Oh, nice finger pop. A huge thank you to Daniel Warren Johnson for spending time with us. You can check out The Moon is Following Us #1 and his Transformers run on shelves now in your local comic shop. I'll have links to where you can find all that stuff down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.